Hey guys, been a long time since I've been back here, so yeah, and new project that everyone should know by now, hopefully knows, that Stuart and I are working on, so it's a bit of a shame, unfortunately, that don't actually have Stuart here to talk about it, and what?
Are you wearing the US title, Ryan?
Maybe. I got something to hold up my pants. It's like the current WWE product.
Whatever. Let's just get this going so I can...
I can take it off if you want.
Where is this, by the way? I seem to have just teleported into some cave region.
Yeah, this is where I live, apparently.
Oh, okay, that's weird.
New project, Terra Formars, and I just sat down and watched the second arc.
Yes, so Ryan just finished watching BUGS2, which is the mission that is following the BUGS1 thing, which we talked about previously. And
so it's a bit of a change up from going from like the manga to the anime, and yeah, it's interesting to see how things move and whatnot, especially the Terra Formars themselves.
So speaking of the animation, how did you find it particularly?
Very smooth,
Cool,
very smooth,
cool.
but it reminds me it's very modern, as you would tell. It's
So do you like the modern style of animation, or is it more, you know, your old style that you prefer?
I don't mind it, but I do prefer everything to be hand-drawn. It just, in a way, it's like when I see people do like computer graphics in anime and that, and you can tell it stands out.
Okay.
I just like, it seems very lazy to me, because they're just like, oh, I can be fucked drawing in.
Well,
So,
tell everybody what the mission of BUGS2 was.
so the mission itself was just fucking arseholes. UNASA's are arseholes. They're just like, we're going to get these pretty much criminals and whatnot, we're going to send them to Mars and see how they do. And it's not even like if we can get back Mars at this stage. It's just, let's just see what happens when we just fucking get these criminals, splice them up with fucking insect DNA, which they have.
That's a thing, by the way.
Yeah, they inject into themselves, which can transform so they get sort of super abilities. And yeah, they're just like, yeah, just go up there and... What was it? It's about 22 years?
22 years.
22 years since...
So basically, if you're strapped for cash and you need money fast, then sign up to this Mars program and you're going places. And by places, it probably means an early grave, because most of the mission
Mars
members...
is a place.
Yeah, Mars is a place too, but you know, most of the people on that mission didn't survive, did they, Ryan?
Oh god, no. It's just like... Half the people just... Nameless cast members are just like, oh, I'm gonna activate it. Oh, I'm dead. Just like, dead. It was just like 5, 6 people just dead. Or that one chick who had like the rhinoceros beetle ability. She injected herself, they shot her, because they're getting smarter. And they were using weapons from Bug 1. And yeah, so they shot her and she like blocked them. So it was like 5 of them just grabbed her and just ripped her apart. I'm just like, fuck this.
So, I've got to ask, dude, who was your favourite character of the BUGS2 arc?
Probably Tin. If I had to choose one, Tin's probably my favourite. How he was the Muay Thai with the locusts
Yeah, yeah.
and that. But yeah, and then he took all the drug.
All the drug.
And,
Don't do drug, kids.
Yeah.
Otherwise you'll turn into a terrifying locust man.
Those was pretty cool how she was the prey mantis.
Yeah. What did you think of Shokichi and Ichiro?
Shokichi was pretty cool. Like, fucking... Whatever you do, kids, don't have a love interest if you're going into space, because...
Dead.
So, yeah. What was her name? Akikia? Yeah. Just like, oh, look, there's that Terra Former thing. I'm just trying to remember, oh, how's it going?
Oh, nice to meet you.
Yeah, he's just, in a second, just snaps her neck. I'm just like, wow, this is a great way to start the episode.
We're watching Terra Formars, pretty much.
Yeah, depressing shit. Is that sort of like the new sort of way of like, manga and anime is going? It's just how depressing we can fucking get it without killing yourself.
Pretty much, it's just like, sadness sells. That's the new motto for manga, it seems. But, one of the things I was going to ask you, dude, is, compared to BUGS1, how much did you like the BUGS2 cast?
Compared to, like, there was obviously more in the BUGS2 crew, but it was about, well, it's like Victoria. What a bitch. What a fucking bitch.
Not a fan of Victoria?
No, she fucking... And then she fucks herself over.
Yep.
She killed the captain, like Captain Davis.
Yeah.
And he was cool dude. He's just like, what was it, the bullet ant ability. So he's just like, I'm gonna fucking... So the plan was, he's just like, I'm gonna attract as many as possible. Everyone gets out of the ship. and then I'm gonna shut off all oxygen and kill them all. And how did she survive? Did she just like walk?
Okay, so it's like with all the fires that were caused, he was getting rid of all the air. That was like, okay, everyone's gonna die. There's gonna be a vacuum in here, and she was in a body of a terraformer, so it's like none of the smoke and stuff. Then she was able to breathe relatively normally. Also, her insect allows her to lay eggs and things, so she was able to get in there. Blah blah blah. But unfortunately for her, because she killed some of them, they adapted through the eggs that they found, and that did not end up well for them, did it?
And yeah, no, she got fucking just cut off her legs straight away. I'm like, shit. It was Ichiro. He had the ability to just go into a coma, pretty much, and I'm like, well, it's good for that circumstance. Whereas a lot of other people just died.
Yeah.
Just died. Fucking. But yeah. I think they're about on par because don't get too much time. Don't get like character development is not a big thing in this.
Yeah.
Only fucking douchebag commander. What's his name? It looks like one of the dudes from fucking. It's like cross between. Was it Azrael from fucking Blaze Blue?
Oh yeah.
And one of the Marine captains from fucking One Piece. That's
So-
all I can see.
So Alexander Gustav Newton.
That's it.
Yeah.
Isn't it Dr. Newton?
Yeah, and so he's back, and so from part 1 you saw what he's doing.
Yeah.
And you'd think that he's pretty old, because like 22 years ago it was his grandson, and then it's just like he's still alive 22 years later.
Well,
so it's gonna be like,
he'd probably be like 50 then, he's like 70 now.
yeah.
And yeah, it's just fucking... So, what we learnt from the start of the episode, and then like we confirmed it at the end, that there were like 2 survivors, but Ichiro was... Fucking poor son of a bitch gets blamed for, what was it?
The teacher knocking up this chick.
And they were just like, oh yeah, if you give up your university spot, she won't go to the police and say that, like, you raped her. I'm just like, fucking hell. And she comes from a very poor family, but he grows up to become the Prime Minister of Japan,
which is pretty good.
Yeah.
And did you like Shokichi's facial hair at the end?
Yeah.
Like, does that make him better than just being a babyface, or?
It's cool, and he had that fucking mullet.
Yeah.
It's just hilarious.
So mullets, they're coming back in the future. So if you want to survive on Mars, make sure you have a mullet, or you plan on being the Prime Minister of Japan. But apart from that, Ryan, where do you see this series going from now?
Well, my last guess was they were going to just launch a full-scale invasion, and they're evolving. They like at the end they had the the droopy-eyed fucking, because one of them got hit hard and he's got a bung eye, and yeah, he was standing there with clothes on Mars. I'm like, and yet the pyramids. I'm like, they're saying that, so they're evolving enough. They got enough intelligence that they're like, all right, we'll build.
We'll start building houses and stuff, and because of the silk that was taken up there because of Akita's like ability, now they have clothing, so they're evolving.
Clothing is strong as steel.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like almost armor for their armor. Great.
So yeah, I have no idea where this is going. It's like, I know, because they're like, oh yeah, we want to do another mission, and he's just like, Ichiro's just like,
Well, just to let you know, my favourite character was Tin as well. Probably followed up by Ichiro. Just because I like the fact that he did overcome adversity at the end, and it's just like, he did go on to become the Prime Minister of Japan. Just a couple of questions left, Ryan, which is, do you think there's going to be more deaths?
Oh yeah, by the truckload. It's people are going to die. People are going to die, and the Terra Formars are probably just evolved to be more lethal killing machines now that they've like, oh well, they grew certain weapons and that like Zang's like praying and that, and so they're like, whereas Tim was saying, it's like, oh, he almost moves like a human. The guy's coming in, it's like flying and kicks him and fucking destroys all of his like organs and shit. So yeah, they're going to be an even more powerful fighting machine.
And the last question is, did you like it, and are you looking forward to more?
Yes, I enjoyed it. It's still a weird sort of concept, and especially fucking now I got not just an image, but now I got like how they move and that. It's just like, oh fucking
George,
George,
oh George. But so anyway, that was what Ryan thought of the Bugs 2 arc. We're going to be going on to the Annex 1 arc, and We hope that you guys enjoy it. We're going to be having more videos coming out pretty soon. We'll try and keep it like weekly, at least one Terra Formars video. And when we do eventually catch up and finish the anime, which is currently airing, we might make the decision to go on to the manga, or we might make the decision to wait for more episodes. We'll just see what happens. Anyway, until then, we'll catch you guys later.
Get hyped.
I'm out of this place.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. That's right, you keep walking.